What's up, fellow pilots? Switching it up a little bit for this video, and then I'll probably have just a little flight attachment to this video after I'm done. But talking about one of my favorite little helis here. Now this is was like my first heli, you know, decent heli that I ever really got. This is the Blade MCX2. I mean, it was recommended as, you know, my first little heli, indoor flying, stuff like that. Definitely didn't used to be an outdoor flyer at all, and it's great. I loved it. I'm on my second one now. First one I literally just wore it out. Didn't really break anything on it. I think the board just finally went out on me. But what I wanted to cover in this was I was looking at the hop-ups, you know, and there's not a whole lot, but there's quite a few little hop-ups they do for them nowadays. And the full body tail, I've always actually kind of liked it on the MCX2, but I saw this tail here and saw some flight comparisons with this tail versus the full body. Now this is the hop-up tail for the Blade MCX2. It was designed especially for this heli. Cool little tail, carbon fiber. Now that right there is a weight that is on the tail that slides all the way forward, all the way back, and anywhere in between. It has a rubber grommet on each end that kind of locks it in wherever you put it, and gives it the same size, or so the same look as like the Blade SR here. This is the Blade 120 SR. Also has the carbon fiber tail there on it. Now with this one, I wasn't really sure if I was going to notice a difference when I made this switch. You know, because this heli really doesn't do a lot anyways for a coaxial heli. I mean, it's got your forward flight, backward flight, and slow at that, and you know, basically just getting the controls down for heli flights. I've been a plane guy for years, all my life since I started flying. So you know, I started playing around with helis, and you know, eventually went from this, and now I'm learning. I should say I'm not a pro by any means, but I'm learning on about a 550 size heli. This is a big old JR Pro heli. I'm learning on those right now. But as far as this, on the MCX2, I wanted to just cover this tail because it really is cool. I mean, I think it was like $4.99, and it totally changes the flight characteristics of this helicopter. Makes it a lot more maneuverable, and I mean a lot more maneuverable. You can actually lose control of these things now, and you know, get yourself in a little swirl, little spin, and get out of control. So not only that, but the big thing that really impressed me is that when you slide the weight forward, and I kind of try and line mine up. I'll show you guys here in the camera. Mine kind of lines up. The front of that weight is just at the tail of the skids. Just at the aft end of the skids right there. I found that's just where I like to put it for just everyday flying around the living room, around the house, wherever. Out in the garage. And now with this tail on, even on evenings where it's very calm, and I emphasize very calm, you know, you can fly this thing outdoors now, great. And I never could before. A little bit of wind and it was floating away. But it really increases the maneuverability, and what sold me on it was just how it increases the forward and backward flight of this heli. It actually makes this thing scoot. You know, it can get you on your toes a little bit, which is, you know, kind of brought it back to life for me. I mean, I always have it next to the couch, charged up, ready to go if I just feel like picking something up and flying it. But I was really surprised, just to be honest, surprised enough to make a little video on a $5 tail for the MCX2. So if any of you guys that have this MCX2 out there and that just love this, I mean, I'll be flying these things till I can't move my fingers anymore. I don't care if I've mastered 3D helis. When it comes to this Blade MCX2, this is probably one of my all-time favorite little coaxial helicopters, just because you can just pick it up and go and not worry about a thing. Now you can pick it up and go and actually have more speed, much faster and better turning radius. Now, the only downfall of it, okay, as you notice, you do get to keep the front, obviously the front of the body on, but you do have to lose the back of the body, which means you lose your lights. So if the lights are a huge deal with you, I guess I wouldn't recommend this. You still have obviously your board light, your blue light coming through the shield there, but as far as the rest of the lights and the tail blinker, I mean, I'm sure you could run it down the shafts somehow if you wanted to. Might not look too pretty, but you could do it, I guess, if you wanted to keep it. Maybe relocate the lights somewhere throughout here. Because remember, you've got that weight to play with. So you can put all the lights up front and just adjust everything with the weight. So that's pretty much it. And I'll get a little flight in for you guys here and show you the little difference. I'm not going to do it before and after because I've already boxed up the, once I put this on and flew it once, I knew I wasn't going to put that tail back on, that this was going to stay. So I'll get a little flight for you guys and show you how it changed up a little bit.